Welcome everyone to GEPL Capital's another market outlook video. I'm Sanket Bendre from Fundamental Research Desk. I will be sharing some key updates that happened in the last few weeks as well as upcoming weeks, and I will share what exactly happened in the result season that's happening currently. So let me share my screen and we'll move on. So I hope my screen is visible now. Okay, so in this slide, I have mentioned some key updates that happened over the last few, I would say, few days. So exactly, India's retail inflation data came out, and it showcased that the India's retail inflation plummeted to 77-month low of 2.1% in the month of June, whereas the wholesale inflation contracted to negative 0.13%. So very positive update from the inflation side in India. And this was the lowest since the month of October. That is the wholesale inflation data. The decline in both the numbers was primarily due to lower food inflation, and this was the eighth consecutive month that food inflation has been going down. So that is a very key indication that inflation in India is declining, and we should see RBI rate cuts happening if the further growth story of India continues to support, as RBI mentioned in the previous week that they will cut rate cuts. They will cut rates only if they are seeing some growth happening in the country. So again, a positive update from inflation side. On the tariff updates, so US has imposed 35% tariff on the Bangladesh, whereas it has threatened 10% on BRICS countries and 19% on Indonesia. So while doing this Indonesian tariff hike, Mr. Trump mentioned that they are planning to do similar kind of tariffs, and maybe it could be on India and maybe it could be lower than the Indonesian tariff. So overall, a positive update from the Indian front as US and India still continuing to discuss on tariff deal, and we should see some updates in the upcoming weeks. Furthermore, the US has also mentioned that it is planning a 10 to 15% of tariff for more than 150 countries. The third update, so inflation in the United States has started to pick again as 12-month inflation rate came at 2.7%. So I would say prior to June month, inflation had been on a downward slope. However, in the month of June, it has again started to pick up, and this is a negative indication. And this is as expected as the US has been imposing tariff on various countries, and as a result of that, we are starting to see certain impact of the US economy as well due to the tariff hikes, as companies in the United States might have to increase the prices of the products in order to maintain their costs. So as a result of that, tariff is not just as I would say tariff is a double-edged sword for the United States, given given they will increase the production within the United States. However, the materials that have been imported might face higher costs in the United States. And the fourth update, this is a company specific update. So Kite Pharma, one of the pharma major, is planning to exit its US generics business and primarily focus on drug discovery and become an innovation-driven pharma company. As a result of that, we saw that Kite Pharma saw good price surge, given it is a positive indication, and Kite Pharma should be a innovation-driven pharma company. So as results is ongoing, so some of the key different sector companies I have mentioned here in order to get a glimpse of what exactly is happening in each sector. So the first will be TCS. So TCS posted, I would say, a negative first quarter FY 2026, and the management has also mentioned that it is seeing a global macro and geopolitical uncertainty which is impacting its demand for its services, and it is also saying, as a result of that, it is also saying decision-making delays from its client. However, today we saw that yesterday we saw that Wipro got the result, and I would say neutral to positive, and as a result of that, Wipro also saw price surge. So it is varying on different companies' impact. It is impacting different companies on different scale. Given each IT company has a different kind of verticals in there, major in like some companies are major in BFSI, some companies are working primarily are have a major focus on manufacturing side, some companies are equally distributed. So as a result of that, each company will face a different impact based on their verticals. But TCF, we saw that it posted negative result due to the impact. And actually, we angel ones. So angel ones, as you know, as I say, angel ones top line grew on a quarter-on-quarter basis. This was primarily driven by the retail activity and supported by a sequential order growth. So the client's funding book also reached a new peak during the quarter, and the distribution business saw a strong momentum. And this gives us a slight idea about, I won't say slight, good idea about other companies that will be such as Motilal Oswal, Nuvama Wealth that will be posting the results very soon. It gives an idea that they should also be posting one good set of first quarter FY26 result. The next update is from ITC Hotels. So we saw that 2 days back, ITC Hotels posted a very good set of first quarter results. This was primarily driven by its strong RevPAR, that is revenue per available room, growth, whereas occupancy rates also increased. And as we know, that company is scaling its business in Sri Lanka, and it's in 2024 it opened its Sri Lankan luxury property, that is ITC Ratnadeepa, and it is seeing good amount of demand as well as growth. And this drove the international outperformance for the company as well. The next update is from Axis Bank. So we saw that Axis Bank posted a negative set of result. This was due to the certain technical parameters, and the company saw significantly higher slippages and provisions on account of change in NPA recognitions and subsequent upgradation norms. So as a result of that, we saw that the company's NPAs increased on a quarter-on-quarter basis as well as year-on-year basis, and the net margins, I would say, fell as the bank was impacted by the repo rate that happened over the last few months. We should expect the other banks as well to see the impact of repo rate on their margins, and this will be a key, I would say, to watch out for. So key results that we need to watch out for in, I would say, today as well as next week includes Reliance Industries, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Hindustan Zinc, Infosys, Ultratech Cement, the Eternal, Dr. Reddy's, Bajaj Consumer Products, Bajaj Housing Finance, Nestle, Bajaj Finance, Cipla, and Bajaj Finserv. There are other companies such as SRF as well that will be posting results for the Q1, and so I would say the results will be a key update to watch out for the entire FY26 financial outcome. So that's all from my side. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and do share, like, and subscribe our GEPL Capital's YouTube channel. So thank you.